Of all the throws you made in your first year as a Ram, which one are you most proud of?
I don't know. It's hard for me to pick one out. There's some good ones in there. Obviously, that last one in the Super Bowl comes to mind. The fade to Cooper was a...
Oh, Matthew, you cannot have us both. I'm back. It's interesting to see. A daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling, etc., etc. And I'll be honest with you, people. I know that you all missed me. I know that for a fact. Matthew Stafford just forgot that he doesn't play for the Lions anymore, and that his best buddy Calvin Johnson has been retired for a while. You can't have us both, Matt. And I said during my hiatus nothing would happen. I was wrong. I was a little wrong. Everything happened. The last one I did was right as, I don't even remember what was happening. Was it the Open Championship? I don't even remember. So like first week of July. So let's just run down sport by sport in the NHL. Free agency was bananas. Just real quick, Johnny Gaudreau went to Columbus. Nobody saw that coming. He was from Jersey, and he played in Canada, and now he's in Ohio. That makes sense. The Penguins are staying together. Is that all I have? Yeah, essentially that's all that's happening right now. A lot of coaches moving around in the NHL. The NHL, they're all playing golf right now. In the National Basketball Association, Kevin Durant hates that Kyrie blamed him and everybody else, and so the Brooklyn Nets are falling apart. That's hilarious. Also, James Harden was like, yeah, I'm staying in Philly, and Philly was like, I guess we're screwed. The NBA has become really interesting. The Jazz blew it up. Oh, God, a lot of crap going on in the association, of course. In professional baseball, it's trade deadline time. We'll have time to talk about that. Juan Soto, at this point that I'm recording this, has not been traded. Live Golf is happening. It's just crazier and crazier and crazier. Cam Smith, the Australian, had like the best British Open ever, or at least the final round ever. Just hit all those putts, won the Open Championship, said he's going to see how much beer he can fit in it, and then promptly joined the Saudi Arabian-funded Live Golf Tour. He had quite the 72 hours. And then in the National Football League, Kyler Murray signed a contract that makes him the richest player of all time. However, or one of the richest players of all time. However, in the contract, it says you have to study for 4 hours, and you can't watch TV, and you can't play video games. And then a lot of black and African-American quarterbacks and athletes were like, hey, this is a little low-key racist, and everyone was like, why'd you sign that? Why'd they put it in there? Are you a child? Are they treating you like a child? What the hell's happening? And then he addressed it where in a press conference where he listed off all of his accomplishments, including going undefeated in high school. He literally said that. A grown athlete was like, I went undefeated in high school. And then Arizona was like, just as it was dying down in the news cycle, Arizona was like, okay, we took it out of the contract. We saw that it became a distraction. Everyone's like, well, what the fuck? And like, Kyler, you signed it. And then now everyone is today, when you're listening to this, everyone is expecting the Deshaun Watson thing to come down. Because it's like, oh, we'll have a suspension thing. No, we haven't. We haven't had it. We haven't heard. The rumor is it's going to be 4 to 8 games, not a year. It's going to be 4 to 8 games, so people are preparing for protests. He is continuing to sign or settle cases. I'm sure there's signing paperwork involved with that. So that's happening in the National Football League. Jesus, everything has happened. The Premier League starts, I think, this week, right? I mean, Premier League. Me Googling shit on the show is why you listen to it. Yeah, so the Premier League starts, later this week, the same time as the NFL preseason starts. The Hall of Fame game is on Thursday. Hard Knocks debuts 1 week from tomorrow. It will be the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell. Everyone is unanimously super duper interested in Hard Knocks because it's been incredibly boring since Antonio Brown just went off. Okay, so let's get to the Deshaun Watson thing. Last night there was an NFL Players Association. This is NFLPA is the union. Don't get it twisted. It's just a union. And they released this announcement. Parts of it you can see on your screen. If you're watching on Spotify, follow me on YouTube, follow me on TikTok. I'm going to start giving horrible betting advice on TikTok. You know, last year I made some predictions. I forgot about how wildly accurate they were. I made some that weren't, but some crazy good ones. Okay, you can follow me on TikTok if you want. Here's the full statement from the union that is backing the sexual predator, just to make that clear, in advance of Judge Robinson's decision. Oh, yeah, FYI, let's back up a little bit. Judge Robinson, she has been the independent arbitrator because in the new collective bargaining agreement, the commissioner does not have unilateral judge, jury, executioner abilities. They have a different judge and executioner. Okay? And there's no jury. The appeal process is a little different because it used to be he just decided whatever he wanted, and then the appeal would also go to him, and then sometimes he would shrug and be like, all right, one less game. But now they have like a little bit more serious of a process. So here we go. This Judge Robinson. In advance of Judge Robinson's decision, we wanted to reiterate the facts of the proceeding. First, we have fully cooperated with every NFL inquiry and provided the NFL with the most comprehensive set of information for any personal conduct policy investigation. A formal federal judge appointed jointly by the NFLPA, the union, and the NFL held a full and fair hearing, has read thousands of pages of investigative documents, and reviewed arguments from both sides impartially. Every player, owner, business partner, and stakeholder deserves to know that our process is legitimate and will not be tarnished based on the whims of the league office. This is why, regardless of her decision, Deshaun and the NFLPA will stand by her ruling, and we call on the NFL to do the same. This statement comes out as the rumors are swirling that she's only going to give him a couple games. So, yes, they're going to stand by it being a lighter sentence than everyone originally thought. So they're saying, like, if it's just we're going to do whatever she says. We call on the NFL to do the same, and the NFL is going to be like hell, because the entire league is going to have to deal with the backlash that comes. Browns fans gave Deshaun Watson, they don't care that he is a sexual predator, and they had this kind of thing to say.
I want to tell him to stay out of massage parlors.
Yeah.
And do what we want in Cleveland, which is just make us great.
Yeah. So, to be clear, stop assaulting sexual therapists. Okay, that's good advice.
Deshaun, buddy, keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep working. Ignore the haters.
Yep, ignore them. Definitely also the women. Just ignore
Block
them.
out the noise. Let's go. Dog pound.
Dog pound.
To leave all the rhetoric behind you. Stay focused on
rhetoric.
the game.
That's a word
Do
for it.
what we brought you in for. Play quarterback and be good at it.
This is going to be good. What a shit show this will be. Jesus. There's really not a lot else to say about it other than let's buckle up for this. Fantasy football stuff. I guess I could do fantasy. I need a new fantasy league. I need a new fantasy league. I got to find some people that want to play fantasy football with me. That's what I need to find. So we'll do some fantasy football preview stuff. If you would all like, I would be totally fine doing some preview stuff for you. Right now, it's a moment of silence for Bill Russell. Bill Russell won the NBA championship, I think, 11 times. The MVP trophy is named after him. He is also one of the most important civil rights people in world history. And you think I'm joking, I'm not. He is not quite at the level of like a Martin Luther King, Malcolm X kind of character, but he's certainly pretty close to the level of like a Rosa Parks. He did as much or more for the black community than just about anybody who's ever lived, and he was a legend on the court. His family and his camp released a statement that said, we would like to inform you of the passing of the most prolific winner in American sports history and probably in the history of the world, to be honest. He just, all I do is win no matter what, and he played in an era where he was not the best player at his position. I'll say that loud and proud. Wilt Chamberlain was clearly better, but Bill beat him a bunch. Bill Russell's the man. The Bill Russell Trophy, 11 championships. 11 championships. There weren't 30 teams or whatever, but 11 championships. R.I.P. to Bill Russell. He died at the ripe old age of 88 years old. I'll let you show this clip if you're watching. Barstool Sports shared this, and I think it's just hilarious. So I'll pull it up on your screen. It'll be available on Spotify or YouTube. He is being thanked right here. I don't know who these gentlemen are, Charles Barkley and someone else. Watch Bill Russell's reaction to being thanked publicly.
Bill Russell, thank you.
Watch him. He just flipped him off. LOL. That's funny. Flipping people the bird. That's funny. Okay, let's get into some football stuff. We have plenty of news to go throughout the week. Got a lot of shit to catch up on the Live Tour. I don't know if I'm going to do the Live Tour stuff, man. I don't know what to make of that at this point in time. So let's get into some NFL futures. Okay, I'll be honest with you. The easiest place to make money in NFL gambling, in my opinion, is the preseason. But we'll deal with that in just a little bit. Let's start now by looking at the Super Bowl favorites as we do our previews. The favorite to win the Super Bowl in the year of our Lord, 2022, are the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are plus 650, followed by the Bucks, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Packers, the Chargers, and then it incrementally goes down. The biggest underdogs are the Texans and the Falcons, and then a big jump, and then the Jets, Bears, Lions, Panthers, Jags, Seahawks are all around the same place. I do think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. I am in agreement with that. However, if I were going to bet on a team to win the Super Bowl, I would bet on the Bengals Most teams don't get back, but the Bengals got there a year early, and they got better just about everywhere. The Bucs lost their center, who was their third best player on their team. It looks like he'll be out for the year with a torn ACL. No update right now. MRIs, blah, blah, blah. So that's favorites to win the Super Bowl. Let's go by conference and division winners. Just give you the odds so you can think about it. We have plenty of gambling and stuff to go through. This is what America thinks. This is what the wise guys think. Okay, hold on just a second. Oh, I'm out of shape. I can't hold in my coughs like that anymore. My goodness, it's been a while. Welcome to season 2. What can I say? Okay. AFC odds go Bills, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Ravens, Colts. Oh my God, the Colts are plus 1,200. See, I need to find a sports book that will allow me to short bets like stock, because the Colts being plus 1,200, no, they are not going to win jack shit. They are full of shit. No, absolutely not. The Cowboys are okay. This is great. In the NFC, the odds go Bucks, Packers, Rams, Niners, Cowboys, Eagles. I love the Eagles as a bet this year, but the gap between the Cowboys and the Eagles in 5th and 6th place is enormous. The Cowboys being bet that high, what the fuck is going on? What? They didn't get better. They lose people all the time. Mike McCarthy's still their head coach. What are we doing? Falcons are the long shot favorite to win the NFC. They are tanking, losing on purpose. Vegas predicts the divisions to be like this. I'm going to, again, quickly, I don't want to be talking about division. See if we can do this in 90 seconds. AFC East, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, long shot, Jets. AFC North, Ravens, LOL, fucking no. I got them finishing in last place. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, big jump, Steelers. AFC South, Colts, big jump, Titans, big jump, Jags, enormous, gargantuan jump, Texans. I like the Jags in that division. Not joking. AFC West, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, big jump, Raiders. NFC now, Cowboys, tiny jump, Eagles, huge jump, Commanders, reasonable jump, Giants. I like the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to run away with it, but plus 185 is not enough. NFC North, Packers, big jump, Vikings, big jump, Lions, big jump, Bears. NFC South, Bucks, big jump, Saints, enormous jump, Panthers, gargantuan, crazy jump, Falcons. And then Rams, Niners, Cardinals, all about the same. And then the Seahawks after an enormous jump. I love the Jags this year. I like the Vikings and the Lions in the NFC North just because crazy things happen. I love the Bengals, but I don't know about bets. We'll do bets at another point in time. We've so long to do this kind of thing. We're going to do some player props. Wait, no. Where's the season props? Season awards. Okay, this is all FanDuel Sportsbook odds. I could do some odds shopping for you guys a little later. MVP odds go like this. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott. I was thinking of Trevor Lawrence myself. Let's see if we can find him. Lamar, Trey, Kirk, Deshaun, Jonathan. Jesus, where are you? Trevor Lawrence plus 7,500. I like Trevor Lawrence. That's who I will be betting on soon enough. Offensive Player of the Year, Jonathan Taylor. That's the running back for the Colts. Rams wide receiver, Calvin Kupp, J.K. Cooper Kupp. Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry, Deebo Samuel, Nick Chubb. Maybe Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts in this one. Eagles quarterback. He's basically a running back who throws. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, Darius Leonard, Shaq Leonard. Now he changed his name to Shaquille or Shaq Leonard. Rashawn Gary, Danielle Hunter. I don't know about that. Defensive Player of the Year is a crapshoot. Just bet on Aaron Donald. You'll probably be right. NFL Comeback Player of the Year, who came back from an injury. Mitch Trubisky came back from sucking with the Bears, I guess is a good one. Rookie of the Year, Kenny Pickett, Breece Hall, Drake London, Treylon Burks, Chris Olave, Christian Watson. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kayvon Thibodeau, Aiden Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker, all about the same. Kyle Hamilton, Ahmad Gardner, and Derek Stingley. Kyle Hamilton got roasted. Got absolutely roasted in training camp. And he was trending on Twitter for quite some time. We can pull up the clip now for you. There he is. This is just from someone's phone on press coverage. He's never been burned like this before. And then he, at Notre Dame, the Twitter criticism for a regular season loss is not the same for the Twitter criticism of a practice rep in the National Football League. So welcome to the show, Kyle. I'm sure you're not a bust. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure no one's freaking out about that. That's going to do it. I'm back. Welcome to Season 2. Like, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends. The more listeners, the better. I'll be back. And better. Season 2 rolls on tomorrow.